I just remember as a
All right, guys, welcome to the Speak What You Please podcast. I believe this is episode 7, it might be. We've been late. It's been like almost like 3 weeks since the episode dropped. We've been bad. We've been bad. I'm not going to lie. We've been bad. But we're going to get you guys with 2 episodes here. Hopefully, we drop them soon. This one is the NBA Topics ones. So we got a couple new faces in here. We got Damani and Christian.
You.
Damani, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm feeling
All
amazing.
right, buddy. Yep, you gotta wait a little bit. But Christian, how you feeling, buddy? First time on the pod. Glad to have you here, man.
I'm feeling good, bro. Just be ready, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Got some new faces. Everyone knows Eric and Noah and me, of course. But like I said, Speak What You Please podcast. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get up there to the subscribers. Everyone that subscribed over the weekend, I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, supporting us, trying to build something here with a group of friends that are just trying to talk about sports and daily life. So this is awesome. So to start it off, we're gonna start talk about. Let me check. Let me pull it up right now. So the playoffs. So I think everyone's been able to see a couple games already, but I think we've been able to see some teams playing the regular season and everything. So I just want to ask people's point of view. I'm gonna start with Damani, and we'll go from me. We'll go Damani, me, Christian, Eric, and Noah. But I'm gonna go to you, Damani. Who's the best team in the playoffs? Who has the best chance to make a run and win the championship?
Boston Celtics.
Mm, go ahead and explain.
Boston Celtics, because clearly, if we're going against teams like, let's see, teams like tonight, who did we play? It was like a sorry ass team. What's
The Nets.
the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, yeah. So the Brooklyn Nets, KD, Kyrie, the whole shebang, and they were hooping right, doing their thing. But did they win? No. Celtics, you see, if the Nets were going to win the series, they needed to win the first game. You need to win the first game. Celtics won the first game. Did that happen last year? I don't think so. Did that happen the year before? I don't think so. So the fact that the Celtics won the first game and Jason Tatum didn't have to score 50 points, yeah, Nets are in trouble. Nets in trouble.
Okay. All right. I'm not mad at that, man. So if you're asking my shut up. If you're asking my opinion on this, who has the best chance to make a run in the playoffs? Guys, I'm going with the Miami Heat. I don't know. I like this team with Lowry, Jimmy, Bam. I think this team can make a run. I know we talked about, I think, in an earlier episode about Miami and everything. I feel like that team is the most complete team in the NBA from having bigs with Bam and Deadman, having guards and Hero and Duncan to hit threes. You got Lowry, obviously a great addition, who's a vet and a champion. Miami looks good. They played earlier today against Atlanta and they shut down Trey Young. I mean, Trey Young, I think made what, like maybe 5 shots and missed about maybe 10 plus. Trey was off. So if I'm Miami Heat fan or somebody in the East or even if in the West, if you run into them in the championship, say if that happens, if I'm any team in the NBA, Miami has the best chance to make a run in the postseason just because they have the vets and they have the guard play and they have defense. And I forget, Victor Oladipo, I think, came back. And I don't think he played that much today, but he'll be a great addition on the team. So for me, guys, I'm going with the Heat. And I'm going to pass it to you, Noah. Who has the best chance to make a run in the playoffs?
Um, Now this is not who I'm like. This isn't my favorite to pick, but this is who I think is like actually going to win it all. But this is not who I'm favoriting to do it. I'm going with the Suns. I feel like they have the best overall team. CP3, Devin Booker, all the whole shebang. I feel like they I feel like they got the best chance of winning.
Is that it?
Did he say the Suns?
He did. Yes, he did.
Bro, the chemistry on that team is just they go. I think they're the best team in the league. So
Okay.
right now,
Okay. I mean, that's your opinion. I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna pass it to you, Christian. Who's the best team that has a chance to make a run this postseason?
You want to say a chance, not the best odds? Because if it's the best odds, I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay.
Simple as
Yep.
I'm going with the simple. But since you want opportunity,
Yeah.
I'm going with the Celtics. I'm sorry. Damani, I'm with you. Celtics. Did you not see what Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum did? Jason 30+ game-winning bucket, buzzer beater. Jaylen Brown bleeding through a fucking, I'm sorry, nosebleed. He was going for a nosebleed.
You're good. You're good.
And he just snubbed, put those in his nose, and kept balling, bro. And they were making all their free throws. KD was off. I know KD, next Wednesday he's gonna go off. But what makes you think Kyrie's gonna do that again?
True.
Like that's the thing. If you can stop one of them, you win the whole thing, as we just witnessed. And then we'll go from there.
I like that. I like
All
that.
right, I'm gonna have
man. And I'm not mad.
about
though.
yeah. No.
Go
I have
ahead.
to
Go
say something
ahead.
about these two, bro. Y'all need to shut up. Like, y'all win game one, and y'all think y'all won the whole series. Y'all think y'all won the whole
Say that.
championship.
Did I?
The shebang.
We'll say
Bro,
we. Not,
Yo, I kid
did
you not.
Say best odds?
KD will be a menace and a menace to society for the next 5 games straight. I kid you not. KD and Kyrie, we already know what they do in the playoffs. We already know. They're already experienced in the playoffs. What does the Celtics do? They sell, right?
KD being
You guys
carried by
have
Curry
a selling record, bro.
That's
I don't want to
what
hear it. I don't want to hear it. And then after this dude, Damani, he did a bandwagon like, yo, after the Boston Celtics lose, he's going to be like, oh, Jason Tatum got hurt. He
Who you
came up
got?
with a cramp or something.
all
Then
this-
after that, he's going to like,
Nah, because
freaking
guess what? Because guess
Jalen
what?
Brown couldn't carry
'Cause guess
this and
what?
that, this and that.
Because
in the
guess
fourth.
what?
Bro, I
'Cause
don't want
guess
to hear
what?
that. I don't want to
Because
hear
guess
that.
what? Because
Because
guess
when they
what?
get gentlemen
Guess
sweep,
what?
and
Guess
they go
what?
4 and Nets go 4 series,
guess-
4 games
But
straight.
guess
I don't want to hear
what,
it.
bro? But guess what? Guess what?
They didn't win game 1.
The
Yo, this dude's
Celtics
gonna get it,
won, and they're not even fully healthy yet. Isn't that crazy?
bro.
We're missing our
Bro,
starting
right.
center.
Think about it. We don't even have him.
We don't have our starting center.
Think about
Bro.
We
He's
don't
gonna be
have our
back.
starting center.
All right, we're gonna have to
We
come
have
back to
Daniel
this then, because yo, I
Pieces.
kid you not. I want to hear it. I want to hear you guys' opinion on game
Daniel
2, game 3,
Pieces?
game
I
4,
wanna hear your
game
opinion.
5, like all of them.
yo, Eric, did you
We
even
won with
answer the
Daniel
question?
Pieces?
No, I did not
You
yet.
didn't answer the question. That's the
I
craziest.
didn't even answer the question.
Yeah,
'Cause I
you
just had
gotta
to-
answer the
I just
question
had to
because you
be like,
came
yo,
guns blazing
that
out
makes
the
no
gate,
sense.
man.
No, I
Yo,
gotta hear-
whoever had the best odds, let's be realistic. The Suns have the best odds. I'm going with Noah. The Suns have the best odds.
but-
They are an all around team. You feel me? And look at they went. How many wins did they have? 60+ wins,
Yeah.
and they clinched the playoffs like mad early. And they're like sitting. They're
Whoop-de-doo.
bro. And then after that, this Boston Celtics fan, bro, I cannot listen to him. I cannot listen to Damani, bro. This dude, bro. They're
Whoop-de-doo, they got
experienced.
60 wins.
They've gone farther than y'all.
Whoop-de-doo.
Like I don't want to hear it, bro. Like I don't know, bro. They're about to go farther than y'all, bro.
Whoop-de-doo.
Oh,
60
man.
wins. So what?
Bro,
So what?
All right. Okay.
Not Max.
Before we
y'all
go
have
on
to
to
fight
the-
to get into the playoffs.
Hold-
Like,
hold-
what's up, bro?
Hold
Like,
on, hold
come
on, hold on.
guys. Come
Before
on, gang.
before we get into the next topic, I just want to, since we have 2 guys with the Celtics, 2 guys with the Suns, and I'm the lone guy with Miami. If I had to
Nah.
choose what side I'm gonna go on, and I'm gonna be real with you guys here, I'm going with the Boston side. I'm with Christian and Damani. They didn't have their starting center. They did it. This man turned off his camera. They didn't have their starting center. Robert Williams, in my opinion, is the top 5 center in the league defensively because what he could do at the rim, protect the rim at all costs. He gets 3 blocks a game. Sometimes the stats he get, which is contesting shots, is not on the stat sheet. They won that game in Boston with Kyrie almost dropping 40. KD off on an off night, but when an off night for KD, he had basically 25 points, and Boston won that game. And Tatum, and I forgot who brought it up. Tatum didn't have to drop 50. He had to drop 30 something. Jalen pitched in 20. Smart pitched in 20. Horford had 20 and 15, and they won that ball game, right? If you're asking me, I'm going with Boston. Now, for the Suns, I'm not mad at the take because they won 63 games, and I get that. I just want to say this. I think what's going to hurt the Suns is their bigs. I don't like JaVale McGee and DeAndre Ayton down low, especially with Jokic. If he moves on to the next round, stuff happens, but I just don't like their bigs. I don't think their bigs are going to do much. Yes, they have Devin Booker. Yes, they have CP3, right? But for the other guys, I don't know how much are they going to step up from last year. I trust Boston just because I know what Tatum can do. I know Brown can go take over a game. I know Marcus Smart is going to give you 15 to 20 points a game and gritty defense. And Horford, who's actually late in his 30s, is putting up 20 and 15. I mean, they put back Robert Williams. That team is going to be dangerous. I'm rolling with Boston right now, guys. And I'm going to be real with you. I think we could get back into that a little bit later in the show. But if you're asking me, Facey, Noah, I hear what you're saying.
Say something. I
Go
apologize.
ahead.
Let me say something. When it comes down to the role players, the Nets can't do it. You saw during the stretch, they were missing their free throws. That center, I don't even know his name. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. He missed either 4 of the 6 free throws. That changes the game so much. And the fact that their role players can't finish at the end while our players can. Like you saw Marcus Smart hold on to the ball perfectly. You saw all these guys step up. Al Horford. Who's that other guy? Dude, I'm not good with names here. But you got multiple guys who are able to step up. While the Nets, their role players cannot.
Nah, bro, I get
All I'm
that.
saying,
Bro, I
I
understand.
get
all I'm saying, Mr.
Bro, here's the money go,
Facey, Suns are best in the league.
bro. Damani
All
Farrell.
I'm saying,
Oh,
one,
Boston Celtics going all the
one,
way. Boston
one,
Celtics game
one.
4. Boston Celtics, this and that.
Yep,
Bro.
yep.
Bro.
Yep.
I kid you not.
He got put in a spin cycle.
I kid you not.
KD didn't
We'll see your
know who to guard last
Right.
play. That boy,
We'll see, bro. We'll see.
We'll see you guys later. We'll see the Suns later.
Bro.
Suns?
You guys won't be
Bro,
seeing the
the
Suns,
Okay,
bro.
all right.
win.
Okay,
guys-
okay.
I'm sorry, but
let me
all
say
right.
this.
let me
Okay.
end it off. I want you
Let me
guys to
say
think.
this.
Go
I
ahead.
want you guys to think.
Go ahead. Finish it.
Let me end it off. What happens every time you go into the playoffs? Explain. What happens?
We dunk on.
Do you guys not choke?
Eastern Conference Final.
Bro, do you like, bro? Do you guys not choke? Do you guys choke in the
Think about
playoffs? Yes or no?
when that happened.
Bro,
Do you guys
every
choke in
time-
the playoffs? Yes or no?
Bro,
20.
Do you guys choke in the playoffs? Yes or no? I want to. Yes or no?
tell me this, bro. Let me ask you this question.
You're not answering my question, bro. You're not answering my question.
Choking in the playoffs? Choking in the
Do you guys
Were we
choke?
ever
Does the Boston
fully
Celtics
healthy?
choke in the
Were
playoffs?
we ever fully
They're
healthy in the
grown up,
playoffs?
babies anymore. They're not
All right,
babies.
I'm done.
20. Think about
Were we
it.
ever fully healthy in the playoffs? No.
Okay. All right. We're going on to the next topic because we got Facey shutting off his camera. We got him muting his mic. We got him all over the place. We're going to go on to the next topic. And I think this one's going to be pretty quick, but I just want to go over it. The Bulls, who had a better season from last year, obviously, bringing in DeRozan, right, Zach LaVine. They're in the postseason right now, right? And a lot of people are saying they're going to be a team that's it's going to get knocked down in the first round. I like this team just because I love DeRozan. I love how he plays. LaVine's a dog. Vucevic is okay. I like Lonzo. But I want to ask you guys' opinion about the Bulls. Now, are the Bulls a team that has a chance to make a decent run in the postseason? So a decent run is maybe getting to the second or third round, guys. Or are the Bulls a team that's going to get knocked out in the first round? And we're going to go in the same rotation. I'm going to start with you, Damani. How do you feel about that?
Bulls are getting knocked out. It will be like such a miracle if they make it to game 5. But we have people like Giannis that are getting comfortable, like from the first 15 seconds of the first quarter, got comfortable and started taking threes. Like the Bulls they some little boys. They some little boys. You playing with the big boys, the Bucks. Like if they cool, but that just means Giannis is now just gonna go full drive mode, like they did in the first quarter, where they were scoring like 10 points in the first 43 seconds. It's a wrap. Bulls are not winning, and I put my whole life on that. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay. So, if you're asking me, they're gonna get knocked in the first round. It sucks they had to get Giannis. I mean, if they got somebody else, say they got what's a team that's maybe better
The
matchup,
Grizzlies. They could have got the Grizzlies, and that could have been a great game.
bro. We're talking about the East, my man.
Oh,
Are you
the
good, bro?
Bulls.
Yeah.
Bro, the Bulls play like a dang high school basketball team. I don't even care.
They actually do. They actually do. And I just want to start with the Bulls. I think they get knocked in the first round. They got to play Giannis. They have nobody on that team that can guard Giannis. As much as DeMar can score 30 from mid range, as much as Levine's probably going to get 25, 30, and Vooch might get 15. I just don't trust the team. What is hurting the Bulls, I think, guys, and this might be a little bit of a weird take to people that, like DeRozan and Levine. I feel like those guys play too much ISO ball. Without Lonzo there, Lonzo slows the game down. He play makes and gets things going. I hate to go back to this, but I'm going to. Boston, Marcus Smart has evolved as a playmaker. So for Boston, they can rotate, move the ball around, swing the ball around. So Tatum gets his isolations when needed. Brown can get his isolations when needed, but then they run a balanced offense. The Bulls almost run like an ISO offense where you're like, DeMar or Levine go get a bucket. And if they're not scoring, the Bulls fall behind by 10 or 15 points. I think the Bulls get knocked. They don't have anyone that can guard Giannis. They have too much ISO ball. And I just don't trust this team. There are a couple guys away. I think they make some trades in the offseason and stuff. They'll be back in the playoffs and maybe a better run. But if you're asking me, they're a team that's more likely to get knocked in the first. But I'm gonna pass it to you, Noah. How do you feel about the Bulls?
They're getting knocked out the first round. If they make a run, it's gonna be like a miracle. Like, there's no way they can beat the Bucks. I don't see it happening at all. Giannis is defending champ. You're not beating him. And they have nobody that can guard Giannis.
No. Yeah.
It's
Pretty
over.
much. Pretty much. Christian?
Bro, just gotta say one thing. The X factor, like Bulls are done. I'm sorry. Let me just flat out say that real quick. The Bulls are done. They're not beating Giannis. And the reason, bro, they might make it a good series, but that comes down to Lonzo. That comes down to Lonzo is the X factor in this whole scenario. Like, if they want a competitive first round exit, comes down to him because, like you said, he's the only team that makes that team better. Team, like, not player, the whole team. Like, yeah, Levine can get you this, DeMar can get you this, but if you don't have someone to, like you said, spread that offense out, it's clips.
Yeah.
And Vucevic, he's not good. People be hyping him up. He's not good. And
I'm not mad at that take, Christian. I'm not mad at that take.
Bro, it's because of his defense, bro. You know how much points he allows in the paint? And you're telling me you're going to allow all these points with Giannis? With Giannis in the area, you're done. It's over. Because they let up the most points in the regular season. They give the most points in paint. And that's literally what the Bucks feed off. So there's nothing you can do about it. And he can't get boards. He's not getting boards. Should be, especially if you're doing one-on-ones every time you step up past half court. You're not gonna win. If you can get the board, you're done.
You want to know what I think? The problem with Bulls, you might enjoy this take, you might hate it. Vucevic gotta go.
Yo, he gotta go.
He gotta go.
So what's the best option? What's the best option with Vucevic? Who do you think you got to trade Vooch for? Another center?
Hell yeah, another.
You got to get a young bull in the draft, bro. That could really hoop.
Don't get me wrong, Bulls are fun to watch. Like, that is a fun, exciting team to watch.
Like,
it is.
It's like almost,
but it's not
like a street ball team. Like, you like watching them, but like you're not betting your money on the Bulls.
No,
that's crazy.
Hold on,
is
guys.
too
Before we
small.
get back, before we get to this, I do want to talk about the Vucevic and what they could do. Eric, I want to let you go because you haven't gone yet. How do you feel about the Bulls?
Bro, it's settled, bro. They just got the worst matchup of all time. Like, they literally got their opposites, bro. Like, Giannis uses the paint to his advantage. You go, bro. That guy, that
He couldn't even say his name.
Like,
He said
bro.
Jukovic.
bro, that foreign guy.
Vucevic, my
The free boards, free, bro. It's done. Like Giannis could honestly, he could score if Giannis wanted to. He could score 30 in the first, like 30. He could score 30 in the first half and then sit the bench. Let his team go to work. Like he really could. That's how easy. Like it's just, bro. It's just that easy for the Bucks. Like they really got the easiest team, honestly, to go against in comparison.
No, I hear that. I hear that. And I think before we move on to the next topic, guys, I do want to say this. Two things. Right now, the Bulls are playing against the Bucks. If you're watching this video, this is Sunday. We're recording this. So the Bulls are playing the Bucks right now. The Bulls are only actually down by 1 in the fourth quarter, which is shocking. They're down by 1.
about to put it on
It's-
right now.
It's 75-74. Christian will probably watch the game while we record this pod, so we might be reacting to it throughout this pod. But guys, I do want to get back to the Vucevic one. And I think Christian and Demai, you brought up a great point. What's the best move? And I was just thinking about while Eric was talking. I feel like the best move is to trade Vooch, a pick, and maybe somebody else and go get Rudy. Rudy can play defense down low, and it gives him a rim protector. He's not great on offense, but he protects the rim. So I don't know how you guys feel about that.
How I feel about that is just
Yeah.
that's when you're full sending that because you can't pay all those players.
Yeah.
If you're even possibly going to be able to do that, that is 1 year. That's a 1 year. Like if you don't make the championship, like that's a dud. Like that's a fail season right there.
I'm with you.
So you better that one season you got a chance. If you get Rudy, you got to win it or it's nothing.
No, I'm with you on that. I think that's the big thing. Go ahead,
Bro,
Demani.
it's not even just like the payment of how everybody's getting paid on the Bulls. It's just how the game is just evolving. Like we're having 8th graders at 7 foot already. You know what I'm saying? Vucevic, how tall is he? He ain't that
He's about 6'11".
not compared to all the other centers that are going to
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
into the league. So it's either you got to get somebody that's, you know, like you could be 6'11",
Go
but
get me
you gonna
Taco
have to have
Fall.
some muscle on you. You know what I'm saying? It's either they got to get rid of him. They need a better center.
They do. No, how do
Especially
you
not to
feel
be able
about
to
it?
guard people like Giannis?
I feel like 6'11" is a good height. Like there's not many 7 feet plus in the league. There's a few. 6'11"
think-
is good and a good height.
I get what you're saying, Noah. I think what we're trying to say is Vooch is almost the same height as some of these centers that are top dogs,
Yeah.
and he's still not able to oppose his will. Not on the
Yeah.
defense. I feel like this first center, if he's not great on defense, if he's not great on offense, he's got to be great on defense. If he's not great on defense, he's got to be great on offense. Joel Embiid's in the middle. Jokic is a great offensive player, right? Karl-Anthony Towns is a great offensive player. Rudy's a great defensive player. If you're not great on one side, I don't know what I could do with you because Vucevic is an average center, if I'm being honest with you. If he's an average center, I'm not going to pay an average center 20-something million a year. That's not worth my money. And that's why I threw out Rudy because I'm willing to take that risk for that 1 year to say, okay, he's a great defensive center. You need defense on the Bulls. So I think that's what we're saying. We're not saying Vooch is like his height's going to hurt him. His height is going to help him because he's going to stay in the league because he's almost 7 feet. I think we were saying is he's not that great on one side of the ball. He's just an average center, which is not what's going to help me with that. An average center that only gets me 15 and 15. I mean, I'd rather get Rudy that gets me 15 and 5 blocks. So I think it's the only point we're getting. But I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, 6'11" ain't short. It's like an inch away. So that
Not
ain't
even,
nothing
bro.
crazy.
Like KD is almost that same height. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Katie
different,
basically 7
though.
feet.
Maybe
That's
6'11" back then. That would have been doing
Is a-
something.
Plays power forward.
But I'm
Think
saying
about
Katie different. Katie is in a different category, bro. So I think for that,
Me.
yeah, Katie crazy. Katie's just different. The next one I'm gonna go on to, guys. This is gonna be a fun one because I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start it, and I'm gonna let you guys go with it because I gotta run real quick because I gotta do something. But I know we're switching from the playoffs to this. LeBron. So LeBron didn't make the postseason this year because of his team. And I'm just
LeBron's
gonna
an
start it real
idiot.
quick and hold up. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
The
So
GM sucks.
what the question I have for you guys is with LeBron's bad season here, with this Lakers squad, with Russ himself and AD, is the GOAT talk done with LeBron? Are we done talking about LeBron as the GOAT? And I'm gonna start it off here.
No, he's still
I
the
don't
GOAT.
I don't think it's over per se. I do think it's almost close to over. Because if you're LeBron and you couldn't win with those guys, and I get it, AD was hurt, Russ is Russ, and I know people have their opinion about Russ. I like Russ because he's my favorite player, but I do have critiques on Russ too. It's the only thing is this, guys. I don't think it's over, but I think it's to the point we gotta be real with ourselves. It's almost to the point we gotta be like, LeBron is great, but how great is he? Right? He's up in age, it's this and that. He does a lot of moves that kind of move the ball a lot where it's like, okay, LeBron, what are you trying to do here? You're trying to build a super team or something or this and that. I feel like for myself, guys, the GOAT talk's not over with LeBron, but it's to the point you guys start saying, okay, MJ's still that top dog. And LeBron is number two. And LeBron should be happy with number two. I just feel like LeBron is not number one where people think he is because MJ was able to win games. I know people are going to say, well, he was 6-0, but he wasn't playing great talent. I disagree. MJ played the Pistons. MJ played at one point. I think he ran into Boston a couple times with Bird still there and late in his career, right? There's at one point he ran to that Knicks squad. He ran into Reggie Miller. MJ played some great squads and won games. He created a good core and he kept that core together. LeBron hasn't been able to keep a core together. He builds this whole roster of old guys and they basically shit the bed and they don't do anything. I don't think the GOAT talk's over, but it's to the point we gotta start saying MJ's still that GOAT, and we just gotta stop talking about LeBron in the GOAT category for now. But I'm gonna pass it to Damani, and then you guys can talk about it. I'll be back in about a minute.
Let's go. I got
Fuck you. LeBron, number one.
LeBron is not number one. Actually, you know what? LeBron is. And the reason why I'm going to say that is simply because when we look at MJ, yes, MJ has won more rings in less time than LeBron. But LeBron played in the 2000s, 2010s, and the 20s, meaning he played different types of prototypes and everything.
And he still plays out.
MJ has almost played through like the same guys every year. You know, every time he's in the finals, he's facing the same rivals as before. LeBron went from playing 2000s where it was just mostly
The Spurs.
big threes, so like Spurs, Lakers, Celtics. And then he went to, you know, starting super teams where people are shooting from 14, 20 foot out. I'm gonna say LeBron's to go, but at the same time, Kobe's my favorite player, so I'm picking him over anybody. So that's the crazy thing.
Dude, LeBron, the fact that we have the same expectations for him at age, 37, that we still have for him in his 20s, just shows how much he's the GOAT. Because we still expect a championship from this guy every single year. Like we did not expect that from MJ once he won. He won a few titles. So what? He didn't get anything, and especially when he got old, when he got into his late 30s, people were calling him like just an average player. We still think, while LeBron's still a top 5 player in the league. Come on, get with me.
Agree with you there. I do. Like, how does I put it? I hate, like, I don't really like the GOAT conversation, but also I do because we're comparing players and stuff like that. And but like they're different eras for me. So we can't really compare different eras, you feel me? Like, you know, MJ had his era, LeBron has this era, but like even that,
Dude, LeBron has 3 eras in
Yeah, I was
itself.
just about to say LeBron played through 3 eras. Michael Jordan played through 1. Michael Jordan hit his 30s, went to the Wizards. Donkey trash. So I would say LeBron's the best basketball player. Is he the best GM, aka person to make teams? No, the boy sucks. They could have had
No.
DeMar DeRozan on the Lakers, but yeah, he decided to make a phone call to Russell Westbrook. So honestly, the season is LeBron's fault. That's his fault. He designed that trash team.
I feel like it was his fault,
like
but I
a-
also feel
It looked like a bunch of old friends that went to high school with each other at LE Fitness. That's what the whole Lakers squad looked like.
like that is true. But like, I feel like what should I say? I feel like the Lakers, like I don't know what he was trying to go for. Like he knew he kind of needed a shooter. He knew he needed a shooter, and he chose Russ instead. And I understand he had other people too, but like Russell took like so many shots from the 3-point line and missed most of them. Missed at least 80% of them. If he would have hit it, if he hit the shot, people are surprised. Like, let's be realistic now. Like, if I was LeBron and I was trying to get a ring, I would just I'll just go somewhere else. Like, if I was LeBron and I was trying to get a ring. And like Christian said, like people have the same expectations for when he was with the Miami Heat and Cavaliers. Like, for me. So that's how you know he's just that good. Like,
Listen, maybe I'm just in a different time period. Maybe I'm just thinking my way. I'm rolling with MJ. I hear every point you guys are making, right? We still have this expectation at 37 LeBron can win a championship with these 20-year-olds in the league, with guys like Luca, guys like Trey, Ja, all these great players, Tatum, Kevin, Durant. I mean, I get that, right? This is what I'm going to say. LeBron is, if we're talking about physical specimen, he's the best of all time. I've never seen anyone built like LeBron and do what he can do. But if we're talking about a player and what they can do in a game and this and that, and who I want to lead my team, I'm taking MJ. The only reason why I'm taking MJ is this. I feel like LeBron has a dog in him, guys, where he can take over a game and do what he could do and lead a team, and I get that. Everyone will make the point. Well, MJ played with Scotty and Dennis Rodman, so he won those chips because of those two guys with him. Outside those three guys, which MJ basically played with and won those 6 championships with, can you name anyone else of significance of like maybe an all-star appearance or a Hall of Famer? I can't name one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really can't. Outside those 3, I can't. LeBron has played with guys of likes of Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. He played with Kevin Love. Yes, Kevin Love is a Hall of Famer. If anyone has a problem with that, they can argue that in the chat. Kevin Love's a Hall of Famer. He has a ring. He was great in Minnesota for a couple years, came to Cleveland, won a ring, helped LeBron. Kevin Love. Kyrie Irving. We know what Kyrie Irving is, right? Go to LA. He had AD, right? As much as we hate on Russ, he had Russ, right? I just want those 6 guys right there that are Hall of Famers right out the gate. Right out the gate. MJ stuck with 2 guys and built a team and built a culture in Chicago and won 6 chips. And I get every point you guys are making with LeBron, and I think LeBron's number 2. I think LeBron's number 2.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
This might be a stupid question. Damani, what you about to say?
Michael Jordan left the NBA, went to the MLB, came back and won a ring. So I think that really just sets everything off. I'm gonna actually change my pick to Michael Jordan. and Michael Jordan as a GM is way better.
When people say, because like you're gonna act like he just forgot how to play basketball.
He did went to go play another professional sport and then came back to play the other professional sport and win a ring.
And still win a ring.
Let me just, because this guy gets me tired. So you're telling me that he is fit enough, like he still has a pristine body because he's working out all the time still and still playing professionally, just in a different sport.
And then you're just going to tell me other player has done that.
To play basketball, like you're telling me he's been doing that shit his whole life. You're telling me that he just all of a sudden forgot to play basketball, but when he came back, he like did this and that. Like, dude, that's just regular. He still had the body.
He was rusty when he came back.
He
wins the
was.
game.
He was rusty. I hear what you're saying. He was rusty though when he came
But
back.
he
It
won a
took him
ring
a
then.
while to get in the groove of things,
Guess
but
what?
then went on to go win a ring.
That's what helped him though. His team.
Not even.
Did LeBron have help?
Michael
Two
Jordan as a
champions, like,
GM,
lost 20
his GM role,
Love and Kyrie were
one
both
player.
hurt. Same thing in 2015. Shut up.
What?
He had
Jordan
no
picked one player
championship.
that he wanted on his team.
All his players healthy while he was playing in the finals.
Whoa. So you're saying LeBron. You're okay. Can you elaborate what you said again? I'm sorry if I missed it. Just go on it again about LeBron
No, but
with his
you guys
championships.
talking about with championship because like you're telling me that you want Jordan to lead your team, blah blah blah, because he knows how to win, blah blah blah. But like LeBron knows how to win too. It's just that it's not like his guys are healthy when he needs them. At least or Jordan's people were healthy enough to help him. 2014, Kevin Love and Kyrie were gone in the games. Same thing in 2015. What happened in 2016 when he had all his players with him?
Mm-hmm.
Ring.
True.
So imagine he had that those other 2 seasons. Ring. Triple.
You think he would have won 3 rings?
I think he would have won 3 if he had everybody.
I disagree with that statement.
Yeah, I disagree with that statement.
1. He damn well is 2-1.
I
Bro,
disagree.
he
with
won.
that
He
statement.
won.
Only.
Go
Go ahead.
I think 14.
he wouldn't have
20
got. He wouldn't even have won that 2016 ring. Stop that.
But he did though.
He did.
Well,
but
yeah,
he
Kyrie
shouldn't
had
have.
40 something in that game though.
But who had the game? Who had the block? Who blocked that shit?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. The block is great to remember because it was a chase down block. I remember Kyrie step back 3 over Steph Curry with a
Yeah, I
minute
remember.
something
Yeah.
remaining. I remember that,
But
and that's
step
what won him the chip. His shit.
wasn't for LeBron.
Remember
Listen, dude.
Ray Allen won the ring.
Ray
for
saved
LeBron
him.
too.
Ray saved him
Yeah,
one time.
like come on, bro.
Old Ray Allen saved him in Miami. LeBron wasn't playing great that game. Ray had to save him.
He did. Why else do you think I didn't bring it up?
Listen, man, I think everyone's comments about LeBron or MJ are perfect and spot on because they're valid points. If we're just talking our opinions, we all have different opinions. And my opinion is MJ, based
All I'm
off what I
saying
said
is
before.
that MJ wanted Rodman on his team. He just wanted one player. He was like, we need him. Every time LeBron goes to a new team, he gotta
He managed.
he
Jordan
already has to
managed.
have a base there. He can't just
Jordan.
it was already proven that LeBron cannot win a ring by himself. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. We saw the first season on the Lakers, didn't go so.
Yo, quick update real quick. It's 82-85 with 3 minutes left in the fourth.
So honestly,
Well,
I think Michael has it. Michael definitely has it.
I think I'm going Michael too. Noah, are you with us? You got Michael?
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm going Michael, but I've been kind of split like these past like 3 weeks, 2 months. I've been just like some days I'm just like unsure. Like
Yes. Some days, like when I watch LeBron play Noah, I'm like that too. Like I'm like, is he the GOAT? I don't know, but I think back about you gotta understand MJ stuck with his core, and I think Damani brought up a great point. Dennis Rodman is one of the best defenders of all time, and rebounders.
And Jordan,
Dennis Rodman can't shoot. Let me say this again. Dennis Rodman can't shoot the ball at all.
Yeah.
And MJ won 6 rings with that. Scotty was a streaky shooter. Scotty was more of a playmaker, really good defender. MJ really took all the big shots and the big time buckets to win those games and win the championships. That's all I'm gonna say. I think this was a good debate here. I'm not gonna keep because we stay on it, we might be on it for the rest of this. I do want to get to a couple more things I have on here. Going to the next question, guys, I want to ask you is about big threes. So we all remember big threes like Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Chris Bosh. We remember guys like KG.
Because I already have my own opinion about it.
You do?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bro, big threes. I feel like me personally, yes, like you don't need a big 3 to be in this game. I feel like you don't.
I know
you just need to have a good enough role players to keep inside and keep with this game. Yes, some people do have big threes for example, Golden State has their big three. We already know who they are: Steph, Clay, Draymond. Done. The Bucks have their big three: Giannis, Middleton, and
That's not a big three. Don't say that.
you don't think it's a big three? You don't think
No.
it's a big? You really
Brook
don't?
Lopez?
Think it's a big,
I'm thinking superstars.
Bro, what I
Whoa.
say,
so when you mean by superstars, you're talking about like Golden State 5 All-Stars on one team and the starting lineup. Like you're talking about that? That's not gonna happen in this game.
So like 3 of them. Like like I'm thinking like right now. Why do we call Russell Westbrook? I'm not gonna say Westbrook.
Yeah,
LeBron
yeah.
and AD. We call them big threes. Why? Because all those people are gonna be Hall of Famers.
Okay.
What about? I think Chris Middleton's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Don't know.
You're asking us, Christian? You're asking
Yeah,
us?
We don't know that.
Chris Middleton's not gonna be a Hall of Famer. I'm saying that right now.
He's
We
got
don't know that.
he's actually got a good point there. I honestly don't know if Chris Middleton's a Hall of Famer.
When I think big threes, I'm thinking 3 Hall of Famers on one team.
I'm not thinking 3 Hall of Famers, but
Basketball.
I'm thinking at least 2 out of the 3 gotta be Hall of Famers, Christian. And that's what I think of as a big 3. And at least as the number 3 is like subparly an all-star, I think that counts. That's
Okay,
what I think
You
about.
think about the top 5 big threes. Who's in them? All 3 of them, Hall of Famers, are in the top 5.
so what I say, every team needs a big three. You can't have a team full of young bucks because then guess what? You're just gonna get another Oklahoma City Thunder and Sacramento. Like, you see how they look. Do I say make a big three? No, I think that's a horrible idea. You have to let the big three form itself.
Yeah, like Golden State.
So-
Golden State, they drafted. That's
People
why
like
I'm not
Jason Tatum,
mad.
Jalen Brown,
They were all drafted.
Marcus Smart. Nobody thought they were going to be stars, but they brought themselves up to that level. What LeBron does, where he just told you sign Russell Westbrook, you sign Carmelo Anthony, you sign Anthony Davis. It's not going to work.
I disagree with that though.
The big three.
Nah, the
form
Anthony
itself.
Davis did. They brought him over.
I don't think, but I don't.
Anthony-
Me personally, I don't think you need a big 3 in this game.
If you don't have
You
a
just
big
need-
three, you're going to have an Oklahoma City Thunder.
I disagree with that.
I don't think
I
that.
agree with that because the Thunder,
Because
the Thunder sucks.
example, give me all right. Who's the big 3 on the Mavs? Let's go.
On the Mavs.
Yeah, who's the big 3 on the Mavs?
Luka,
Y'all-
All right, that's number 1.
Porzingis.
Porzingis
Yeah,
is not on the Mavs.
he-
No,
he's
you're
not on
not
the team
there
no more.
bro.
He's not on he's not on the team.
Where did Porzingis go?
So that's the big one.
Yeah,
That's the
he
big
in
one?
Washington.
Why?
So you telling me that's a big one? Like,
Give me Mitchell Robinson. Like, he got
I don't know
kids.
who's on the Mavs besides Luca.
Okay then. Thank you. That's enough.
Give me the
My
Knicks.
turn. Listen. You don't need a big 3. I'm with Eric all the way. You don't need a big 3. If you can get a big 2 and really good role players, I think you'll be okay. And I think a great example is Boston. Tatum, Brown are a big 2. I don't care what anyone tells me. They are.
I
Them
thought you were
dudes-
gonna disrespect Jalen
No,
Brown.
no, no, no,
OD.
no, no, no.
I was
No, no,
about to go off. yo.
yeah,
Tatum and Brown are a big 2. And Damani, I hear you're bringing up Smart. Smart is not, and that ain't no big 3 with Marcus Smart.
Yeah,
Marcus Smart's he's a great add-on. He's a great add-on to that big 2. He doesn't make him a big 3, right? And you helping me at Eric's point.
Nah.
You
Marcus
don't
Smart-
need
it's
big
Marcus
3s
Smart,
to be a
Brown,
good
and
team.
Tatum. That's a trio.
No, what? No.
Yes,
What?
I'm not.
Wait,
Not
say that one more time.
they're not a
Brown.
big 3.
Smart, Tatum.
No. I'm not
Bro,
agreeing with you on that.
Bro,
They're not.
I
They're
can't.
not big
No,
2.
That's 3/5
Yeah,
of their
they're
starting
not.
lineup.
Smart makes that team so much better, but he's not
Smart
making them a
passes the
3.
ball out. He spaces them out.
Will Marcus Smart
Okay.
ever be an all-star, Damani?
He
Marcus
ain't
Smart,
no
no,
big.
but
There
he's a
ain't no
defensive
big 3.
player.
Come on.
He's a defensive
He could
player
be
of
all.
the year. He's on that all-time defense.
I understand that, and I respect that, Damani. Is he going to make an all-star? Is he going to be a guy that's going to give you 25 points per
If he
game?
if he ever left Boston, he will. It's so hard. It's so hard for him to make all.
Now you not making sense, Christian.
Nah,
That
you
no,
fucking-
no. I think if he
you
leaves
both-
Boston, he gets worse. I think if he
No,
leaves
no.
Boston, he gets worse.
He will get worse.
I think no. If he still goes to like a decent team, he could be fine. Because think about how hard it is to make an all-star spot when you already have 2 top players in the league
Yeah.
already. How are you going to make the all-star spot when you're not shining? It's a fan vote.
Oh, I get
The
that.
fans are not.
I get that, and I respect that.
fans
What
are not-
team would he go to though? What team would he go to that he can make an all-star?
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Sacramento.
I think
Charlotte?
it's Charlotte. If he like meshes well with LaMelo,
Okay.
they can both make an all-star appearance. No lie. Or
Okay.
even Oklahoma. He can even make one in
Sacramento Kings.
Oklahoma.
No, Oklahoma would be tough, bro. That team's so bad.
The Kings.
Loki Spurs.
But when he's
No,
like,
they got Murray. They got Murray. But I get that,
Oh,
Eric.
you
I get
think
that. I
you
like
could-
that.
For me, like you could make a big 2 for me. Come on. Man.
That ain't no big 2 with fuck. I'm about to cuss. I'm trying to keep it PG. Y'all got me all
A
amped up
big
and
1.5.
stuff.
You know.
I'm sorry for people
Wait,
watching
wait,
this. I
wait.
almost got amped up and started cussing on a freaking pod. That's not no big 2, Eric. Don't ever say that.
Be a big
Murray and Smart, they
bro.
can barely shoot over 35% a season from 3.
Bro, it's not our fault. It's their fault. Get better.
Listen,
Like, come on.
All I'm,
I'm
saying
done
is,
with you,
is
Eric. I'm
Marcus
done
Smart
with
is a big.
I'm done.
It's not
Marcus
my
Smart
fault.
is a big part of the Celtics. Big. Part.
He is
No,
a
he's
big part,
not.
but he's not.
He
he's
is.
not a big
He
3.
is a very
He's not.
Thank
notable
you.
part
Mar-
in the whole team.
Marcus Smart hasn't done anything like very great to like you don't need somebody scoring 25 points to be a big 3. Like Rodman, he was
They needed
part
it
of the
tonight.
big 3. Yeah, Rodman was part of the big 3, right? But all he was rebounds. So that's kind of like Marcus Smart. He's like defense,
everybody
blah
knew-
blah blah.
Everybody
But
knew
he
Rodman
hasn't
can't
done
shoot.
anything. He hasn't done anything on a level that's like great enough, like
What are you talking
compared
about?
to,
He's
like,
scoring 20.
all time. What?
Marcus is scoring 20 and playing.
Bro.
defense.
Anybody can score 20.
So
But-
what?
Score 35. If he's gonna score 35, he's gonna score 40.
Listen,
Is he gonna score 40 with 4 steals? No. Marcus Smart is not
Like,
gonna do
Marcus
that.
Smart hasn't gotten close to an all-star conversation at
Best
all.
in the league.
most players don't.
So like he is not a big 3.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean he's not a part of the big 3. Most players don't make the All-Stars unless you have a big name. But I'm saying
Christian, you're muted.
to like Dennis Rodman, even Jordan before to pick him up, talking
bro,
about
I was getting,
we know he
I was
can't
getting
shoot.
You were going off. I saw you, and I was like, "Oh crap, this
Bro.
dude muted."
bro, but how you about to say that when he because when he's always top 5 in defense, I don't care. There is always a way you can be an all-star team. Because look at Rudy Gobert. He doesn't do anything else but defense, but he still makes the all-star team. And that's all he does is defense and rebounds. So you're telling me that if Marcus Smart can give you 18 a game, like 16 to 18 a game, and be great on defense and good facilitator, you're telling me he can't make an all-star team? Because that's literally what he
Okay,
does, but he's not the perfect.
I
the
didn't. Okay, so I didn't say he wouldn't make an all-star. I said it just would be impossible to make one for Marcus Smart like that. This is what I think. If he stays in Boston, maybe he gets one. If he leaves Boston,
Give me one.
I
know
don't think
damn-
he even gets. I think honestly, guys, I think he dips off a little bit. He's still a great defender. I don't think his scoring outputs would be that high because he has Tatum and Brown. Tatum and Brown take so much pressure. Smart's got one-on-one with maybe the third best defender.
That's when he has to be on. He has to be on a different team if he wants to.
Okay. I get
If
that.
he's on, he can make an all-star team.
But if we're talking, getting back to the subject, if we're talking about big 3s, Marcus Smart is not part of that big.
Dude,
three.
I
That's
forgot
not big 3.
everything.
We kind of went on a spiel about Marcus Smart. If we're talking about the big 3s, that ain't a big 3.
Like, the key
Damani,
word
I see
is
what you're saying, but it's not
big
big 3.
three.
Thank you.
Big.
Smart doesn't even
three.
have he doesn't even have multiple defensive player of the year. If he had multiple defensive player of the year,
Yeah.
Damani, then I would say yes, because he has back-to-back defensive player of the years. Defensive all defensive team. Then yes, I would agree with you. He doesn't even have one. So that's the only thing I would say. That's the only thing I would say. All right. So to finish up the podcast here, we're going to talk about going back to the playoffs because we left the playoffs for a little bit to talk about some players and LeBron and the GOAT talk. What?
The Bucks won 93-86.
All right, bet.
Okay.
Makes sense. So
Yeah.
getting back onto the matter, I'm going to ask each of you guys from the East and the West, who meets in the finals this year? Now, I'm going to start, and then I'll pass it to Damani. Then we'll go Noah, Christian, and then Eric, and we'll finish up the pod on this. If you're asking me from the West, who makes it out of the West to the championship? I don't know. I feel like the West is almost wide open, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think there's really a great team in the West. But if I had to pick one, and if they're healthy, I'm going to go with Golden State. If they're healthy, I got to go with Golden State. I know some people might feel a different way about it. I'm going Golden State. And in the East, I know I talked about Miami earlier as a team that can have a chance to make a nice run. But I'm going to go with Boston. I think Boston makes it to the championship. My gut tells me Tatum and Brown are going to put up some scoring outputs that are just going to blow teams out the water, and they get to a championship. I got Boston and Golden State meeting in the championship from the East and the West, and that's my opinion on it. And I'm going to pass it to you, Damani. Who makes it out of each conference into the finals?
Celtics versus the Warriors. No more comments left.
Thank you. Noah?
If the Warriors are healthy, then I'm going with the Warriors for sure. You already know that. But
I
if
know.
they're not healthy, because Stephen Curry are hurt right now, so that's why I went with the Suns. But if Stephen Curry back, you feel me? It's wraps. But if they're not healthy, I'm gonna have to go with the Suns if they're not healthy. And then for the East,
You better be careful on this answer, boy.
the East, bro. These are the three: Bucks,
Okay.
Celtics.
Noah,
Nets.
no, stop. You always do
pick
this.
one.
You can't do three.
Did you
I'ma
just say
just
the
say
Bucks
these
they
are-
barely won against the Bulls?
No, these are the ones that are like contending
Noah,
for the chip, right?
you're making this so complicated than it has to be. It's one from each conference.
Yeah, I'm just
Just
saying.
say the Boston Celtics.
I'm gonna pick one. Like out of all the teams, those three are the ones, and then the one that I'll pick,
Dog.
I'm going with the Nets.
What?
Oh my God.
I'm going with the Nets.
On that because
That's enough.
there.
I'm going
Noah.
with the Nets.
Okay.
But
Thank
the
you,
Celtics
Noah.
do have a chance though.
Noah,
That's not a
I
bad
appreciate
take.
I appreciate your input.
That's
I
not a bad
appreciate your
take.
input. Noah, you saying it's not a bad take means it's a bad take.
Bro,
So
the
I'm just gonna
Net-
leave it
y'all-
there.
That's nah. Y'all bugging.
No, you're done. Christian, go ahead. Noah.
I had to mute myself. I was dying from that answer. But I'm gonna have East. You already know. I'm going with the Celtics, bro. I gotta go with the Celtics. Just like I just think it's their time at this point. I feel like it's finally their time. Bucks had it last year. This is their time now. And for my West, I'm gonna go with the Suns.
Yo.
Okay.
Yo,
with the
crack
Suns.
pipes tonight.
You said what?
Y'all have to remember the Warriors are still the Warriors. They got Curry,
But-
Clay, and
But
Draymond.
Clay,
Raps.
no man. Clay's scaring me a little bit. He's been really off lately.
He's got a point. He's got a point on that. Clay has
Just
been
saying,
on.
nobody better say the Hawks. Nobody.
Okay, Noah's that. No one's that. I mean, Noah's was like one of the takes that was like, whoa.
No,
Wow,
it was not.
Knowles was
No, it was
crazy.
Dude,
not.
we'll get
talk
to you
about
after.
it
We'll get to you
Yeah,
after.
we'll
I'll
talk
say the
about it
Yeah.
after.
76ers before any team that you just
Yeah, I
said.
would say the Sixers over the Nets too. Wait. No, I don't know, Christian. I gotta think about
That's
that.
a whole new podcast debate
I gotta
right there.
yeah, I gotta think about that. Eric, if you're there, can you let us know who's gonna make it out of the East and the West?
First of all, I'm not even gonna put on my camera because y'all just like I can't deal with y'all right now. Like, stop saying Boston. I don't
Yeah,
care. I don't give
I
a
wanna hear
damn
this.
how like
Dude, I'm on the Boston
game one
bandwagon
you
right now,
win.
man.
Yeah,
I
y'all
don't-
sucking. I'm a Boston fan, and y'all are sucking.
Noah,
Boston
be
all deep.
quiet. You're talking about a team that just lost today. You're
Bro,
not
like,
talking right now.
Bro, stop sucking Boston, bro. Like, we already know what they do.
Who's
They'll-
stuck in Boston?
You guys, you three.
No,
you,
we're
And-
not. We're just
And I'm a
we're giving
Boston
valid
fan.
points.
That's the
Yo,
crazy
Eric,
part, bro.
Eric, what are you talking about? We beat KD
Bro, Stephen A will say Celtics right now.
and Jason
Yo,
didn't.
Yo,
have
Eric,
50.
who are you picking to go against, bro? Eric.
Just say your picks.
all right, my picks is Warriors because you know they've done this before and they're almost fully healthy and stuff like that. And look at their lineup, like, but they got shooters all around. I mean, and for the I probably might go. I'm probably gonna go.
You say the Nets, bro. I'm leaving this pod.
I'm not doing Nets. I'm not gonna. No, Nets not gonna go that far.
This is gonna be a bad answer because if it's not the Celtics,
I feel like-
I don't know what you're gonna say.
I feel like I'm going Heat. I'm going Heat.
Heat.
That's the worst take I've ever. That is the worst. I don't even care that they're the one.
is
seed.
the worst
That's the
take
worst take. That's the
I
worst
ever
take.
That might be worse than Noah's.
They are
Eric.
they are a
Oh,
good regular season.
God,
I don't
dude.
care. I
You
don't
think the
care.
Celtics will lose to the
Make
Heat?
it through.
I laugh at you.
The Celtics will mop
Did
the
y'all
floor
lose
with the
last
Heat
time to
any
Heat?
day.
Did
Hold on,
y'all
hold
lose?
on, hold on. Eric, go ahead and elaborate on it. I'm sorry.
Nah,
Bro,
end
all
it.
right. All right, gotcha. I'm gonna elaborate. First of all right, we already know, if it comes to the conference finals and if it's a Heat and Celtics, who's gonna win?
Celtics.
Heat.
Stop.
Celtics.
Celtics
I'm
are
taking
destroying them.
Y'all already
Even the
lost
Heat
to the
fan
Heat,
is saying Celtics.
bro.
Who's a Heat fan?
Y'all stupid. Who a Heat fan in here?
Yeah.
I'm not.
But the only person to say anything good about the Heat was Xavier, and that's literally it.
I said a chance. I didn't say they would. I just a chance.
They're not beating the Celtics.
So I never said they were clear cut.
Nah, they ain't doing
Warriors
it.
are Warriors. We already know. And then after that, bro. Honestly, the East is so difficult, but I will go the Heat because they're just those dogs. I'm not
That
gonna say the
doesn't make
Boston
no
Celtics because
sense.
y'all win game one. Y'all like the Knicks. Yeah, I'm gonna compare y'all to the Knicks and how you guys are celebrating this game one.
That is
Knicks
so crazy.
beat Trae Young. Knicks beat
That's a
Trae
little
Young.
disrespectful.
Bro,
Yeah,
if the
yeah,
Heat has to go
Knicks-
against the
I kid you not,
Bucks,
Knicks
they're
beat
getting
Trae Young.
washed.
Trae Young once, and then after that they say, "Oh,
Bro.
F Trae Young, this and that.
Trae
He's a little
Young-
boy. This is not smack him,
Trey
smack his
Young
mom,
first
smack his
playoff game.
mama, all this.
Nah.
He's so extra, Eric.
He's that.
Slap his mama,
No.
slap his baby
Bro.
mama.
Alright,
Then after that,
No.
yo,
Trae Young.
what y'all? No,
Bro.
this is what y'all doing. Oh, we beat the Nets. Oh yeah, game four. Yeah. Celtics get four. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing.
I'm
This is what I'm
just
hearing right
telling you,
now.
bro. It's gonna be
Yo,
sick.
just stop. You just stop.
Nah.
Y'all getting too excited
Nah.
now. Y'all
Nah.
getting too excited,
That don't even make no sense. Heat beating.
bro.
Is you
Bro,
for real? Can we be for real?
Damani, a prime example of one of those New Yorkers that
Rethink.
said, "Yo,
Rethink.
Trae Young.
reword,
Why'd you
This is
say
not-
it like that? Why'd you
Bro,
say New York?
reword,
Why'd you
retype.
say it like that?
I
You're not
just-
from New York,
Rethink,
Eric. Why you say it like that?
Reword, retype.
He said New Yorkers. Like he's from New York. New Yorkers.
Rethink,
You ain't from New York,
reword,
boy.
Retype.
Stop it.
bro."
Oh,
Eric, we're gonna
man,
give you a
Eric.
second
That's
chance
what
to,
That's
say
what
your
I'm
take
hearing
again.
from these Boston fans. That's the vibe that I'm getting from the Boston
I'll
fans.
see you in 2 weeks when that answer is completely wrong.
Facts.
Yeah,
When we
Eric,
get back on this,
change your
this is gonna
answer?
be a problem.
Got you.
I think
We'll
Eric,
talk after the pot. We'll talk
Eric,
after the pot because I
say
might
your
put some bets on it.
ABCs. Say your ABCs. Rethink, and give it a shot.
Probably no bets. No bets.
that was-
no
that was
bets
crazy.
from me.
The
Bro, I kid you not.
No bets.
I just don't see the Celtics going that far. And stop saying it's the Celtics here.
The
Because we
Heat,
say
it's not the Heat either.
You said
Bro,
the
we
Heat,
said it's
though.
the
Up now,
Celtics.
bro. They're
Up.
grown up, bro. This is their time. They're not little boys anymore. They're finally all grown up, and now they're ready to
I have a question.
They were babies in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jason Tatum put his nutsack on freaking LeBron James, bro. You're telling me that he can
PG, Christian. PG.
I have a question for y'all Boston fans. I have a question.
Go ahead,
Answer the
Eric.
LeBron got bodied.
Are you telling me when y'all was
He
in the
said
bubble,
LeBron
y'all was
got
little
bodied.
boys?
What?
What?
So in the bubble, when y'all got to
Nah, we're not even talking about the
Man,
bubble
don't
was
be
completely
talking about the bubble.
No,
Ain't nobody
no,
remember the
no,
bubble.
Were we
that was
healthy?
part of the NBA season, so we
Were
finna
we
talk
healthy?
about it.
Were we healthy?
Bro, it don't matter. I
It
thought
does
you guys
matter.
had good role players. I thought you guys had good role players.
It does matter.
Bro, here we go with this. Now all the excuses and they
They were
mamas
babies.
coming out.
They were babies.
They were
We
Did you
were
babies.
not get
healthy.
that?
They were
We're
babies.
talking about that
So Jason
NBA
Tatum
bubble.
was a baby. The Jason
You
Tatum was
talking
a
about the
baby.
bubble? We talking
Bro, they were
Yeah.
all babies. All
bubble?
like, dude, they have
They were
4. They have
babies.
like
They're-
what 4
you're
years
telling me
under
the
their belt
Celtics
now
at
of
the time
working
were babies.
together. Like they're valid.
the bubble when
Eric,
the roster
No,
was
I don't
like
understand.
couldn't play?
I don't understand. I don't understand how
Eric, I can't believe I invited you
all
over
of them
my
were babies in the
home, bro.
bubbles,
and
but
this is
now
what you're
2
doing,
years
Eric.
later they're men. I don't understand that. I just don't.
Oh my god.
Negative
Bro, you could
energy.
say
in
Listen,
the whole-
any other
yeah.
team, but you decided to say the Heat is like crazy to me. Like you could have said the Nets, and I've been like, all right, because all right, they're the Nets. But you said
Yeah.
Heat.
The
Shoot,
Heat
you
was
want me to change my-
tough.
you want me to change my answer? I gotcha. Trae Young going to the finals.
All
Hey,
right,
yo.
bro.
All right.
All
So
right,
thank
bro.
you guys.
I'm
Here,
taking
this is the
Baker
Speak What You
Mayfield
Please
over Dak
podcast.
Prescott. I'll see y'all.
Once
in a bit.
again, as
Said Baker
usual.
Mayfield.
As usual.
Trey
Yo,
Young was
that's
playing
enough.
like
That's
me.
enough.
Trey Young
That's
was
enough.
playing like
You are all
me
done.
in a high
Everybody's
school
done
gym.
for the night. We're done. We're done. This is the Speak What You Please podcast. As usual, if you stayed this late in the video, you are a real one. If you didn't, then you're lame. As
Facts.
usual, like, comment, and subscribe. Noah, you're done. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we are out. See y'all later.